Chairman and Commissioners, if you'll turn to page 10, which is right after 103, this item also has been removed from the consent agenda. What's before you is a resolution to authorize a reimbursement of the cost to acquire the property for the new library conference center. Part of the library project will require the borrowed portion of the construction funding, and this resolution basically authorizes the county to reimburse itself, if you choose to do so at a later time, from the loan proceeds for the purchase of the property.
What's the will of the board?
I'd make a motion that we adopt a resolution to authorize the reimbursement of project expenses.
We have a second.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
I do. Y'all have to excuse my little writing here. My secretary said she'd had enough of me and she was going shopping, so I wrote it myself. A little thing here. Pertaining to this, it goes something like this. Every meeting I sit and listen to how broke Lee County is and how we're looking at about a $1.5 million shortfall in our next budget. Now it seems that we want to borrow $2 million to add to the $4 million for the Lee County Conference Center, add an additional $200,000 each year for the next 15 years to our budget. I've been told we'll just add this to the next splosh. Presently, out of the $3 million we're collecting yearly on splosh, $2.5 million of this is going to service old debt. In the next splosh, there's been a request for an agricultural center for our youth involved in ag. Already I'm hearing of plans in the making for a new recreational complex. Add this to the $2 million loan, and already I pretty well know where the agricultural center stands. I've been told that this conference center will be good for Lee County, and I do believe there's a need for this, but we need to stay within our $4 million we have. I wish someone would tell the people who pay almost twice as much for homeowners insurance for fire with a response time of 20 to 30 minutes for an ambulance to get to the house when the center is more important than their needs. Or maybe someone tell our law enforcement why they must work so much overtime because the sheriff's department is understaffed. Yes, there might be a need for such a center, but not at such a high price. Seems to me we want to entertain our citizens above protecting them. Thank you.
All in favor of adopting the resolution to authorize reimbursement of project expenses?
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
3 yeas and 1 nay.
Mr. Chairman, under Commissioners' matters, I'd like to defer to Commissioner Mugridge.
As far as the census goes, we're kind of shifting gears. We've gone from the mail outs and the mail back in response forms to the visitations. I'd like to once again just express my appreciation to those that served on the Lee Count Committee and those that helped that committee. I'm going to ask the chairman of the board to help me recognize them in a more formal way in a near future meeting. But they did a fabulous job. Lee County showed well in our response. In the last few days of the mailback, we hand-delivered more than a few census forms all over this county, just showing how the people responded. They wanted to respond to the census, and I think that hopefully when it's all said and done, we will be fairly and accurately counted. I would still urge everyone to continue to talk about the census. There's still people out there that haven't mailed back the form. There's still people that haven't responded, so it's important that they respond to the door-to-door count. And if you're not counted and you're not contacted, it's important that you let somebody know, namely me. So I appreciate the work of the Complete Count Committee. I'm excited about our results to this point. I'm optimistic about the future, and I'm appreciative of the work that the Complete Count Committee did. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Mugridge. The next item on the agenda is the public forum. We have one person who wants to speak tonight, Mr. Nelson. Good evening.
Good evening, thank you, Board. Two things. First one, Mr. Mugridge, do we have a date set to get those signs that are all over the county down for the?
We're going to start working on that May 1st.
All right. Just curious.
If you want to help, I'd love to.
All right, I got a group to volunteer for you too, probably the same group that helped you put them up.
Thank you very much.
But I didn't know if we had a date and we could
May
get that
1st.
set, May 1st, I can get that to a couple of volunteer organizations. Second thing is, in regards to the Smithville recreational program, I'd like the board to take action tonight to do something that wouldn't cost any money. You have a website. Why don't you put up a request for proposal for a private entity to come over and use those public grounds? I think there's the YMCA, plenty of groups, and all the, even a private person would be interested in coming up and setting that up for the county at no cost, because there's money to be made there. I only know that because my brother does that for a living. And it wouldn't cost the citizens anything, but I'd like to see you guys take action, put it on the website, and see if anybody's interested. The next step I'd like to see you take, if nobody bites at that, is bring in somebody, a professional, offer up to $500 consultation fee to show somebody up in Smithville that's interested in how to run a program, how to set everything up. It doesn't take long. And go with that. I think you can save the county a bunch of money, get a bunch of kids in a good program, and do it for free, and get parents and the community involved. And I think that's the way to go on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. With that, I would like the board to entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.